President Trump has vowed to take back the Panama Canal. This may surprise you, but this one's not as crazy as you might think. First, a quick fact check.
The Panama Canal, the United States, think of this, lost 38,000 lives.
Okay, 38,000 might be a little high, but the death toll on the canal construction was enormous. But it's worth pointing out that only about 5,000 of those happened during the American phase of construction. The vast majority of deaths on the Panama Canal were during the French era. Ferdinand de Lesseps had a grand vision of building a sea-level canal across the isthmus, and attempted all this in the era before germ theory. Tens of thousands of laborers, both European and Caribbean, lost their lives to disease. After the canal construction went bankrupt, the United States bought the right-of-way and helped foment a revolution to help Panama break away from Colombia. This is the basis of America's claim to the canal zone, and also the basis of Jimmy Carter saying the right thing to do is to give it back. But that doesn't change the fact that this is arguably one of the top 2 most important and strategic waterways in the entire world. And right now, the Panama Canal is not doing so hot. The original canal with its double locks opened in 1914. But 100 years later, the nation of Panama built a third set of locks over here, greatly increasing the canal's capacity. But that capacity increase also uses more water, which has been hard to come by because of recent droughts. It's also a bit of an open secret in the maritime world that maintenance on the canal has not been kept up. I've been told by people in the shipping industry that the entire canal is looking a little thread-worn. Lack of maintenance combined with questionable operations and an ongoing water shortage means that there are plenty of reasons to question whether or not the Panama Canal should continue running the way it has been. Remember, you don't have to actually physically take possession of the canal in order to exert influence on it. And there's plenty of opportunities for those 2 nations to work together to make sure this important waterway stays in top shape. For example, building new water storage in the mountains to collect runoff, upgrading port facilities to eliminate traffic jams, not to mention maintenance and upgrades on the thousands of moving parts, many of which haven't been touched in over 100 years. Remember, at the end of the day, this is an infrastructure issue, not a territory issue. And it is in the entire world's best interest for the Panama Canal to run smoothly.